Breaking news about Hillary Clinton and Benghazi. Here's what we know. The families of 2 Americans killed during the 2012 Benghazi attack are furious, and rightly so, after a Libyan militant was cleared of the majority of charges he faced for participating in the horrific incident. One of the family members called the outrageous ruling a miscarriage of justice. How absolutely tragic is it that 5 years after this awful event unfolded, we're still waiting for those responsible for it, both at home and abroad, to be held accountable for what they did. According to Fox News, Ahmed Abu Khatila, 46, was convicted on 4 counts by a federal jury. The charges included providing material support for terrorism and destroying property and placing lives in jeopardy at the U.S. compound. Khatila was acquitted of 14 other charges, including the charge of murder. Miscarriage of justice indeed. What happened at Benghazi was an absolute tragedy that most likely could have been avoided altogether had pleas from those working at the embassy for additional security forces not gone unheeded by Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. This attack, which Clinton later blamed on a supposed inflammatory internet video, cost the lives of 4 Americans including Chris Stevens, the U.S. ambassador to Libya, Sean Patrick Smith, a State Department Information Management officer, 2 CIA contract security officers named Tyrone Woods and Glenn Doherty. Samuel Chamberlain has more. Tyrone Woods' father, Charles, told Fox News the verdict was outrageous, and compared Khatila to a getaway driver who is just as guilty as the robber who kills the bank teller. I am very bothered by the fact the U.S. government gave constitutional rights and due process rights to a foreign national who allegedly killed Americans outside the U.S., Woods added. This is what bothered me from the very beginning. President Donald Trump has supported sending terror suspects like Khatila to the military prison at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. But after Khatila was arrested in 2014, he was put aboard a Navy transport ship headed to the U.S. and interrogated at length for 13 days. Sean Smith's mother, Pat, went on to give this statement to Fox News about the verdict, declaring she wasn't surprised by how things unfolded. I think the people who bear responsibility, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, aren't even touched, said Smith, who has repeatedly criticized Clinton for her response to the deadly attack. This past September, she told Fox News that Clinton still has not called me despite promising to do so and accused the former Secretary of State and the State Department of ignoring her requests for more information. I am his mother. He was 34 years old, but he was still my baby, Smith said at the time. I know what the government thinks of me, and I think just that much of the government. It stinks. This is how you get treated by the government, or at least the way you used to. It's appalling that these family members have once again been denied closure and justice for what happened to their loved ones, which does nothing more than rip the wounds open afresh all over again. Maybe one day we'll actually see Hillary finally pay for her playing politics and getting these fine Americans killed. Hillary in an orange jumpsuit. Wouldn't that be a pretty sight?